Hi guys, I decided today I'd take you on a tour of my garden. It's a very special place for me. This is where I spend all my weekends digging in the dirt. So we're just gonna kind of start you out on a tour. I have a cameraman, so I found out very quickly I cannot do commentary and carry the camera. I was making myself seasick and everybody else. So in a garden, I always believe there needs to be a lot of whimsy. So this is my chicken. This is my metal art. So we've got a chicken here, my rabbit on a tricycle, his little friend, another little chicken, frog that's almost buried into things there, and the grasshoppers. Gardening has a lot to do with terroir. Terroir just means things that grow well in a place. They like to grow there. This is kind of a slope here. It's a natural area. This is really, it would be hard to pull everything out and put other things here. So I let it go natural. There's a few things I can plant here, bulbs, so there's some irises. This is a forsythia bush. There's not very many of the little yellow flowers left on it. The trees here are huge. They're cool, but they are big. It's probably another reason why things don't grow so well here, except for things that are natural. Some dogwoods, they're blooming now. I really like my garden. It's very peaceful. In the background here, you can hear all the birds chirping. If you listen real closely, you can hear my dogs barking in the house. That's fun. We'll ignore them. So as you come on around, last year we built some new things. So this is our new fire pit. Around it, the greenery you see are hostices, and they kind of multiply on their own, which is kind of cool. Around the fire pit, we have some good conversations in the summer and the fall. This is our barn. Upstairs is a artist studio maker space. Downstairs is just kind of more of a conversation area again. I have a really old LP collection, album collection that I've added to on the years, and then my father, I have all of his too. So we do a lot of music listening here, open the doors and listen to music around the fire pit. We're going to walk on down the trail here. Along the sides here, you'll see other areas that like certain things. So these are some spider irises here. They have little tiny purple flowers that come out on them. On the other side over here, this is a little fig tree. He's really new. Just planted him last year, so doubt I have any figs on him. More of the hostices, a whole bed of them here, and if I'm lucky, the deer won't come by and chomp them all down, but if they do, it's okay. It's okay to feed the wildlife in the area. This is a hedge of hydrangeas here. They're not blooming yet. I also have a lot of Asian influence, so up in the corner here, this little tree is a Japanese maple. You guys probably know what those are. This is called a mounding one. It actually grows in a mound. And if you kind of look up along the fence area, you'll see I have some Tibetan bells. The blue you see in the background, those are blue Tibetan prayer flags. I like those. Prayers that go out to spirits. I think that's kind of cool. Those are wellness ones. Asking for wellness of all people, mankind, animals. My garden's pretty spiritual, by the way. I like that about it. Some more of the hydrangeas. This over here that has the white bloom at the bottom of it that kind of looks like a hydrangea bloom. It's actually a snowball bush, which is kind of cool. And as we come around, we're coming around to the front of my house. This is another terroir area. Because of the overhang of the house and the Japanese maple that's here, it's a lot of shade, so ferns really like it here. And if you look up in the tree, you're going to spy a Thai spirit house. I have a really good friend in Florida, Nang. We used to live down in Fort Myers, and when we decided to move back up here, she gifted me that to bring to my new home. Thai spirit houses are shrines to protect the spirit of a place. It's a means of asking permission for use of the land, which I pretty much ask on a daily basis every time I plant something. So I like that there's something to house the spirits of the land here. If you look down, you'll see one of my ladies of the garden. And as we come around to the other side of the house, you'll see that it's the same kind of terroir. There's another Japanese maple, lots of ferns here, but I can get rosemary to grow here, which is nice for cooking. And the rest of the green that you see a profusion of are little wild violets, and they really like it in spring. And you know what? It's good to let nature do its own thing as well. So I let them grow. Around to the front of the house, I have more pots here with flowers. My favorite is the lady that has the plant in her head. I think it's really cool. It makes her look like she's got a giant Easter bonnet on with all the flowers. Those are actually little snapdragons. As you come around, this is my garden that's all on the fence. So this one I work on a lot. This is new. We built this deck last year in the pond. No fish in the pond yet, but I love the sound of the water. It's very peaceful. My garden has two little parts in here. We'll go to the bigger part where we grow things. So mainly in here, I have irises, daffodils, roses that grow along the fence, and this is what's known as kind of my rabbit garden. And if you look around, you'll probably spy some of my little rabbits. And like I said, every garden needs whimsy, so on the tiny brick wall here, it says, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, another brick in the wall. You know, it's one of those Saturday afternoons when you're looking for something to do. Paint in the garden. On the other side here, which really hasn't come out a whole lot, are black-eyed Susans. And this stuff that you see on the fence right here, that's known as lemon balm. And my best friend, when I was growing this garden, starting it out, said, "You need some lemon balm. It grows really well." Well, what she didn't tell me is it grows everywhere. It's really hard to get rid of it. So again, I'm trying to live in peace with the lemon balm. These are just some little miniature yellow roses. Again, a lot of the wild violets, I just let them do their thing. The stuff that looks like grass isn't. It's actually garlic chives. They kind of do their own thing too. And over here's my herb garden with my chickens. So I guess this is a chicken herb garden. So I grow over here different types of parsley, Italian and flat leaf, oregano, thyme, all sorts of stuff. Sage, mint, whatever I kind of need to do some cooking. Going around the top of the fence are all my blackberries, which look like they're going to do really well this year. And along the back side of the fence are all my roses. As you come around the side here, the taller things, those are blueberry bushes, which already are blooming and will start forming their blueberries. The pond's just really cool. We've gotten moss to grow around the edges there of it. Around the waterfall, I'll be putting some more moss there. No fish quite yet. Wasn't ready for them last year. It was too cold by the time we got it in. But guys, this is truly my happy place. It's peaceful. I like working out here. I spend a lot of time kind of just doing my thing out here. But it truly makes me happy. So what I'm hoping is that maybe for a few minutes it will give you some peace and make you happy too. I'd like to share it with you. So when I come out here, I'll be doing some of the garden meditations and different meditations for you. Try to remember the different trees out here. The tree where the spirit house is. Some of the big oaks out here, the dogwoods. Find a good worry tree for yourself when we do the garden meditation. And if none of these suit, maybe you have one in your own yard you can use while you meditate. And the dogs are not barking and you can actually hear the birds. Awesome.